Fucoidan is one of nature's most powerful anti-inflammatories, and it's also a phenomenal immune booster. My husband was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. Most people freak out when you say it boosts the immune system because in the medical community, they've been taught to treat it with corticosteroids and methotrexates, chemo drugs, and stuff like that to try and stop the immune system. So their idea is if we stop the immune system from being active whatsoever, then all these symptoms that you're having with sarcoidosis or arthritis or lupus or chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, or list goes on, will stop. It's about finding what the underlying cause. That's what needs to be remedied. And Fucoidan, where your immune system may be overactive, it'll adapt to that. Underactive, it'll adapt to that. It's a polysaccharide that when you take it, it does not deteriorate throughout the stomach lining. Nothing, the acids in the stomach, they don't degrade it. When it comes to your intestinal system, which by the way, guys, is where 80% of our immunity lives. It's called intestinal immunity. You're suffering with digestive issues. Maybe you're, bloated, gassy, whatever it may be. That's a good sign that your immune system's a little out of whack. So we need to do things that will empower our digestive system to work and function properly, and Fucoidan will do that. It's an extract from seaweed. We get ours from Tonga. Tonga is the most pristine waters in the ocean with limu moi growing in it. The brown seaweed limu moi has the highest concentration of Fucoidan in it, thus we get ours from Tonga. But Tom purchased enough to pretty much be formulating Fucoidan for years, and he did this over 3 years ago. It contains all 3 types of Fucoidan, U, F, and G. There's over 900 clinical evidence-based studies on PubMed for Fucoidan, Fucoidan. That's how you spell it when you want to do your research. That's the active nutrient pulled from limu moi to formulate our Fucoidan supplement. It was first found in the Yellow Emperor's book. In 200 BC, the first emperor of China sent his servant to find the medicine that had the potential for youth and long life. Now science is figuring out it has all these amazing abilities to regenerate stem cells, boost the immune system, activate cell growth, stop cancer. What's the difference with Sisel's Fucoidan compared to the other supplements out there? They've registered around 20 different patents. A few of them are specific to the way that they formulate the Fucoidan. They maintain its effectiveness but cut it into the individual Fu and G molecules, which at the same time it's sulfated, and that makes it more bioavailable to the body. I've done some research. There's another company out there from Japan. They don't get their Fucoidan from Tonga. It's not limu moi, but they do have a liquid formula, and it is $880 a month to purchase that liquid formula for a healthy person to get equivalent to what you're going to get from Sisel's Fucoidan. So it just speaks of the efficacy, the supersaturations, the therapeutic doses that Tom uses in his formulas. So when he researches the science and science says you need this much Fucoidan to have these results, we're going to put that therapeutic dose of Fucoidan in our Fucoidan supplement so people can have results that science has found Fucoidan can do. Limu moi, like I said, sea vegetable, contains all 3 types of UF and G Fucoidan. Here's some of the functions and benefits of Fucoidan. Provides anti-cancer and anti-tumor action. Now guys, this is science. This is not Sisel saying this. This is PubMed and the results that they found. It fortifies the body's immune system. It induces cell apoptosis, which is cellular death, what you want when you have cancer, because cancer cells don't die, so you need something to come in and cause them to die. Blocks the formation of new blood vessels around cancer cells, prevents blood coagulation. It's excellent for those who maybe need a blood thinner. Although I need to say, if you know somebody who's on a blood thinner, like warfarin or Coumadin, do not have them take Fucoidan. But that's about the only drug interaction that I've found with Fucoidan. Lowers cholesterol levels, prevents high blood pressure, high blood sugars. Anti-HIV, provides anti-ulcer action, excellent for stomach discomfort. I can attest to that. Reduces allergic reactions due to pollens and atopic allergies. I can speak to that for my son. Provides antiviral, antibacterial action, absolutely. Promotes hair growth. I have a lady who had a certain kind of brain cancer. She started taking Fucoidan along with her chemo treatment, and within 2 weeks her doctor couldn't believe it because her hair was growing back. Enhances moisture retention in the skin, prevents weight gain, and repair, replicate, and regenerate. That's what Fucoidan is going to do. Let's move on to Our third and final supplement in the triangle of life. Now, each one of them obviously is very powerful individually, but you put these three together and they really do work synergistically to make each one of them more efficacious. And a great example of eternity and how that works is science has found that resveratrol, I'm sure lots of you have heard of it. Seems like every single nutraceutical company on the planet has a resveratrol supplement right now because there's over 4,000 different clinical scientific studies done on resveratrol. Why is that? Because it has amazing youth regeneration health benefits. And pharmaceutical companies have spent $800 million to buy Harvard's medical studies on resveratrol alone. So they can now synthesize it, turn it into a drug that they can prescribe to you and I, and make all the medical claims that it's this fountain of youth in a pill. And for $300, $400, $500, $600 a month, you can live healthy and happy for the rest of your life on this synthetic resveratrol. Well, why do that when you can spend $50 a month and get the real thing? Science found that you need an equivalent of 40 bottles of red wine every day. That's the amount of resveratrol that you need on a daily basis to get the health benefits. You get that in 1 ounce of eternity every day. Science also found that resveratrol is a very powerful nutrient by itself, but when you add quercetin, catechins, and polyphenols, it's more powerful. Helps support energy, weight loss. It jumpstarts and activates those 52 youth genes that we talked about. Resveratrol was first noticed in red wine. It's also really high in Japanese knotweed, and in peanuts you can find it. But it's pure, it's trans resveratrol. There's two different forms, trans and cis. Cis doesn't do a darn thing for you. And if you use trans and cis together, they cancel each other out, so you're wasting your money on your resveratrol supplement. Thus, Sisel uses pure trans resveratrol. 60 Minutes did a special on it. Barbara Walters did a special on it. Dr. Oz has done a special on it. Who hasn't done a special on resveratrol? It is touted to be prevention in a pill. So again, science and pharmaceutical companies are trying to synthesize it so they can make all these wonderful claims, because we can't say it'll cure, it'll treat, it'll do anything. I think I've spoke to this, that not all resveratrol products are created equal. Not all fucoidan products are created equal. Not all antioxidant products are created equal. So don't get lost in the hype. We're really wasting our money buying products if they're not at the therapeutic dose our body needs to regenerate health and keep us healthy and prevent disease. Resveratrol is an extremely volatile nutrient. Remember back when I was talking about antioxidants, if a free radical is coming to attack your cell, an antioxidant will jump in the middle and sacrifice itself. Resveratrol is an antioxidant. It's super volatile. Heat, light, and oxygen destroy it. Thus, you need to have a supplement that is formulated in a facility where they use no heat, no light, and it's in a nitrogen blanket. If you've toured the facility in Springville, you know that that's how Eternity is formulated. Tom spares no expense to make sure every single supplement, every single product he formulates is of the highest quality. This Eternity supplement is micellized. When you take this supplement, you don't have to do this with Spectrum X or fucoidan, but hold Eternity in your mouth for about 60 seconds before you swallow it. And the absorption rate will go up 250 times more than a capsule. Because it is micellized, because the resveratrol is suspended in the ionic formula with quercetin, polyphenols, and catechins that all protect it from being dissolved and ratified into the acid of your stomach, so it'll get through to your liver. It gets into your bloodstream when you hold it in your mouth. So Japanese knotweed and grapeseed is what we're using in this supplement. 1/2 ounce to 1 ounce of a serving of Eternity provides resveratrol equivalent to 275 glasses of red wine. There's lots of patents on this one as well, just like fucoidan. Resveratrol triggers the SIRT2 gene in humans, which controls the function in the cells that lead to significant improvement in diseases, as well as youth regeneration. There's over 4,000 different scientific studies on resveratrol. You can look them up on PubMed.gov. 120 milliliters, which is about a 4-ounce glass red wine, has 0.23 milligrams of resveratrol. That small amount works on heart health, right? French paradox. But resveratrol can do a lot more than that, and that's where science found that the equivalent of 250 to 275 glasses of resveratrol that you're going to get in red wine is going to help you stay healthy. It has heart health and cardiovascular system health. Stimulates new heart muscle and softens vessels. Energy and endurance is increased by as much as 200%. Helps people lose weight, but it also helps keep them slender. If you go on WebMD, there's studies where it shows that it stops the fat cell from replicating And even the fat cells that do replicate, they're 40% less fat. So resveratrol is really powerful in reducing oxidative stress levels in the brain, reverses and prevents diseases including obesity, diabetes, Alzheimer's. There's tons of research on Alzheimer's and resveratrol, and cancer. If I had colon cancer, I would take a product that had fucoidan in it, again referring to the fucoidan nutrient. If I had ovarian cancer, I would take a product that had resveratrol in it. Resveratrol is very, very good for skin disorders, psoriasis, 200% regeneration in muscle and tissue organs within the first 7 days, 100% of brain function increase within 7 days of taking resveratrol. These are all scientific studies with the therapeutic dose that we talked about before. So if the therapeutic dose is not in that pill or that Costco formula or wherever it might be that you're getting your resveratrol, you're not going to get these benefits. This is what science has found at a specific dose, which is what's in Eternity. This is my husband.